Welcome to another episode of Piping Up. This is continuing the series of Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. This is the second episode. We are here at St. Peter's Roman Catholic Cathedral in Scranton, just a couple miles down the road from the first location that we filmed at. Next to me is Maria Zengen. She is the one of the sort of organists here. You kind of dabble with this organ as well as another one in the town. So tell us a little bit about this Casavant organ and kind of what made it become the organ for this establishment.
Well, it's a long story. Bishop McCormick, who was the bishop here probably about 30 years ago, was pushing on a new instrument, and he was very discreet about what he wanted it and who he wanted it from, and it was all because of Bishop McCormick that this organ happened. The organ is a Casavant Frères from St. Hyacinthe in Montreal, Canada. And it was under the tonal direction of Gerhard Brunzema, who was the fourth tonal director of Casavant. Gerhard and his partner, who was Jürgen Arendt in Germany, did a lot of restoration and building, and especially the restorations of many Schnicker organs. And unfortunately, Jürgen Arendt died on August 1st. So this organ was probably one of Gerhard Brunzema's finest organs that he designed, and it was one of his last organs that he designed while he was with Casavant. So this organ, very, very incredibly voiced. Action is incredible, very sensitive. Will really teach you how to play well. So this organ is, I think I've already mentioned it again, has a German accent. Really will sound like a little bit like a Schnicker. I personally think it sounds like the Schnicker at Norden. It has that style,
that feel,
to
yeah,
it,
that sound and texture,
sound to it. And the reason why I think it sounds like Norden is that it is a Schnicker chassis, and Jürgen Arendt worked on it. So. Anyway, if that makes sense. But I don't want to get away from the point of this organ, is that, so it has 3 manuals, as you can see, obviously, and pedal, and it is enclosed in a case of oak, which really helps the sound to get out there. 35 stops, actually 37 stops, 55 ranks, 2,770 pipes. That's enough. That's enough for me.
I think it's enough even, in general speaking, I think even for here. I mean, I think, acoustics wise around here.
It doesn't get any better, I think. So it was, obviously specifically voiced and built for this room. And I can't be any more grateful for the staff at St. Peter's Cathedral to allow me to continue to play this instrument. That would be Bishop Bambera, Father Tudgay, and of course the organist Mark Ignatovich, and of course the staff, because they lock me in and they know that I'm here and they don't get upset that I'm here. And there are a lot of people that know that this is my soulmate, which it really is. And my studying began on this instrument when I was a freshman in high school. But with the technique in playing this instrument with basically any tracker instrument, and if you want to get to be very sensitive, is a very different way of playing. And it's, you'll see with me on the video that I'm playing more towards the front of the key and with a much lower wrist than, say, a pianist. And then I try to really keep my fingers on the keys so I can just make the organ not sound, the speech get out of control is what I'm trying to get at. So that's it.
Yeah. So there's some things about this instrument because, just in the way that it was presented, like some of these names are a little bit different than what most people would see.
Right.
Obviously, this one is the great. It's for
Right.
for great.
Haupt, meaning main.
Right.
Brust, which is here,
Right.
meaning breast.
So I
So
guess the main
it's-
in the front, I guess.
Well, no,
sense.
breast meaning breast here, right here. Sorry, I'm getting crazy here. Ober, over the Hauptwerk. And pedal is normal.
Yeah, that's different. Yep.
Yep.
So, because for some, I mean, this is the first time for something like this on the channel, because some people will question, that looks like a whole nother language, for some people.
Yep.
They're used to seeing great, swell, positive,
Right, right.
choir, etc., what
Correct,
have you.
correct,
But
correct.
yeah, so it's just a little different. And also, I mean, even just the layout and the way this was presented, because most people are used to seeing a keyboard with white with black, and it's the opposite here. So I think for some people, this could possibly throw somebody off.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that, and the sharps are a little bit higher, and the octave is 7.5 inches, and I think normally you'll see 7.25. But
So if you're going to hopefully reach an octave, you got to have a slightly bigger hand, maybe, or something.
well, you know
close
what?
to that.
Once you get practicing here, and you say, okay, I'm not going to get excited that sometimes I did here when we recorded. Your muscle memory will take over, and you go, yeah, that is an octave. Okay. The other thing that people don't use or see enough is a flat pedal board.
Yes.
I've played many flat pedal boards, but this flat pedal board is a little on the wide side. So other than that,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. Okay, so we are in the Hauptwerk, which basically in English is great, the main work, Haupt, and the Scheidemann Christlag and Todesbanden came from this division, and it was the plenum. And right here, these wooden rods are the trackers, and the black rollers here are called a roller board, which sort of moves vertical to horizontal action, and that's a very important part of the instrument.
Yes.
So these go all the way down, attached to the keyboard.
Yep. Yeah, we had something. We saw something like this at St. Luke's Lutheran in Ferndale. They have an 1891 Samuel Bowler organ.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's some original stuff to that tracker, including some of the stuff for that,
Yeah.
so from keyboard to pipe work. Yep.
And despite how big the organ is and the trackers for how long they are, and so many roller boards that the instrument has, the action is very light and very sensitive, and that's what makes this instrument wonderful to play. So you really have to have your technique together, or it will make you sound nice. So up here you could see all of the pipes here in the Hauptwerk, beginning with the trumpet and all the way to the Prestand, which is in the front, in the facade.
Very nice. Yeah. So okay. So what's the ones? The part that is out in the facade. What rank is that?
That's the principal.
Oh, that's the principal.
A-flat
Okay,
principal.
got it. Okay. I kind of was wondering that because of the style and the way it looked. Kind of looked like a
Yeah.
little. Yeah.
And that has, believe it or not, that's mostly tin. And the Schnitkers are mostly lead. So I find that to be very interesting.
Yeah. For in the
with
sense of
this,
sound. Yeah.
And it's very warm. And even though it was built in 1979, and that era was considered to be neo-Baroque,
Right.
with a lot of chiv, this instrument does not have that. Yes, it does have speech, and it needs to have speech. It's just like singers when they have initial consonants. That's what the organ has to have.
Yep.
So it goes all the way from the bottom of the floor up. So
And your biggest is a 16. Is that correct?
16 foot.
16 foot. Yeah. Fixed.
So we have a 16-foot principal, 16-foot Borden, 16-foot Posaune.
Now, would they consider this to be an enclosed, or because there's, the grates are like all these grates are here, so is it considered to be enclosed or?
Well, it's freestanding, enclosed,
Right.
and this is actually oak painted, which I think makes it, really gets out in the room.
Yeah. Makes it stand out a little bit.
Yep. Yep. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very nice.